Hey, guess what? More of the Mario Kart 8 Battle Pass has released. Specifically the third wave, which didn't feel that long of a wait compared to last time. Probably because they actually gave us updates this time. In this video, we'll be going over the new additions to the game and what they have to offer. I mean, it's almost become tradition at this point. And after looking at all these updates, I have to say, this is the best one so far. The past cups were good, but a lot of them felt like safe recreations, and it didn't spark a lot of creativity. This new wave looks like more effort is being put into the tracks, and I hope that's a pattern that continues going into 2023. So with the tour tracks, we got London and Berlin, and if I'm being honest, can we be done with Europe? Please? Although I don't think the tour tracks are bad, they are getting repetitive. Concrete jungle is what I think I'm looking for here. The appeal is to tour the cities, I understand all that, but I'm starting to black out during these races. There's only so much you could do, how exciting can you make a real place, but these tour tracks are starting to blend together. London and Berlin are not only similar to each other, but other previous tour tracks. The only one that feels unique is New York Minute, and it's because it's at night. Do you have anything on the West Coast? Can I see the ocean? Pretty fair to assume that we're going to get a tour track at the start of each cup, so I hope that they diversify them in the future, because I'm starting to get bored of the same monotone streets occasionally broken up by a gate. I do think, however, they are getting better from when they were first introduced. The variety in pathways and how the track mixes up each lap, it's good to have that to break up everything. What I like about London is how the chain chomps are loose on the last lap. It adds a much needed challenge to a pretty much straightforward track. What I like about Berlin is that it's first, so I could get it out of the way faster. And with getting that out of the way, we could get into the other tracks, the meat of the DLC. In my first video on the Booster Course Pass, I said, hopefully the way they implemented the tour tracks is an indicator that they're actually updating them. Well, in the second wave, they didn't do that all too much. The most we got was Sky High Sunday being an anti-gravity, but now in wave 3, they have upped their game. Quite literally, as they have updated the tracks and are actually incorporating the new features. Boo Lake is a great example, with half of it being underwater. I'm glad that they're starting to spice things up because the previous tracks felt a little soulless. Both this track and Sky Garden are from the Game Boy Advance, yet I only have fun on one of them. It also helps when the tracks are in an environment where they can be updated, kinda speaks to my point about the tour tracks. Katie, you're scaring me. Rock Mountain, for example, has a smaller change that makes sense for the map. When racing up the mountain, you are now put in anti-gravity, even replacing some of the boost pads with the twisty-turny things. Kinda funny because the first time I played on the map, I didn't even notice it. Not sure if that's a testament to how well it fits or if it's not that groundbreaking of a change, but work is being done. Small thing, kind of unrelated, but when you finish the race, the AI flies your character off the map and it's really sad. I don't know if that's a glitch, but it's funny, so don't fix it. The best example of an updated track? Peach Gardens. I have memories of this track stuck in my mind from when I played it on the Wii, and it makes me so happy to see it brought back with new life. It uses the tour gimmick, where the map changes as you race. Going backwards on the last lap and then gliding through the garden has to be one of, if not my favorite part of the whole DLC. Hold on, gotta high five Luigi. I know not every track is gonna get this treatment, which sucks, but there is a fresh feeling to something classic, and I love that. Especially since it's done in a way that feels natural. The additions here aren't forced. I mean, Boo Lake is on a lake, so you go underwater. It works! Looking back, that could even be why there are so little updates to the first couple tracks. I mean, anti-gravity doesn't make sense on Toad Circuit, but continuing, Christmas is now permanent! Merry Mountain and Maple Tree Way are simply just vibes. I cannot put it in any other way. These tracks are lively. No matter how many times I race on them, I never get bored. Like, there is a spirit here. Both tracks also have a feature that not only adds to that feeling, but it's something that I honestly thought we would never see again. Half pipes. These were a part of Maple Tree Way's identity, and they're absent in 7, so I'm glad they're back. They just make everything more fun. Like, oh wow. Them reintroducing half pipes also makes me think that we could be seeing more maps with them in the future. Kinda like how Wave 2 reintroduced anti-gravity and now it's everywhere in Wave 3. DK Summit is possible. Rainbow Road is possible. And while we're on the topic of Rainbow Road, it's here. Hold on, gotta high five the asteroid. 7 Rainbow Road, without a doubt, one of the best Rainbow Roads. Truly would have been shocked if it wasn't added. Looking back, I'm surprised I didn't predict it. It seems like such an easy guess. And playing this thing on 200cc is a rush. Oh my god, stop. It's just nice to be able to play on all these tracks again. These were some of my favorites. These were the tracks that made my childhood. That's why I mentioned them in my first video. It's still insane to me that I somehow managed to predict half of this wave. I didn't think there was any shot of Peach Gardens making it in. That was my oddball. And now it's one of my favorites. You never know. I feel like that kind of exemplifies just the long way that this DLC has come. I mean, when it first released, I feel like it was all safe tracks, and now we're really seeing the true potential of it. Oh, speaking of predicting, I guess like last time I should throw out more tracks to fill in the gap of the ones that I got right. That one track from Double Dash, you know, where you could drive up the bridge? Yeah, that one. Another Bowser's Castle. From Wii this time, my next oddball pick. Daisy Circuit. I like the sunset. Oh, and of course, Wii Rainbow Road. For the culture. For the half-pipes. For the children. I'm sticking with Canada, though, as my country pick. I was serious about Europe. I should probably stop guessing, though. I think I've had a good record. I don't want to ruin that. That's all I have to say for as far as the tracks go, but there was something else that snuck into the update. Custom items. Finally! I could turn off the coin! This is the best thing to be added to the game since bikes! Exactly what the game needed! More blue shells! For the vastness of Mario Kart's item roulette, this feature is long overdue, but it's not necessarily something I thought we would ever get. It's fun to mess around with different item combinations and figure out what's worse. I highly recommend blue shells and bullet bills. Just do it. It's fun, I promise. Also, if you set it to a team game, it lets you decide what team gets which items. That is cruel. That's horrible! Yep, with this item rule set, the only thing I'm losing here is my friends. This is a refreshing update. Honestly, I think games should allow you to mess with the rules more. This is why I've always loved Halo's multiplayer. It let you change how the game worked. Seeing a horde of blue shells nuke everyone is the stuff that's gonna keep this game alive. Sometimes what makes a game fun is seeing how far you could push it. I mean, now I'm hoping that in the future they give us the ability to select who we race against. Let me set everyone to Lemmy. See what color Yoshi is the best. Stuff like that. That concludes my thoughts on the third wave. There's so much more life in these tracks, and I hope they keep that up for 2023. The last notes that I just want to mention, the candles on Merry Mountain kinda resemble warp pipes. That's cute. I also want to credit Evil or Grand Monkey for the Battle Pass line at the start of the video, and lastly, you may notice that my outro music is the theme from 7 Rainbow Road, which means it's now in the game! Subscribe. Bam! Blue shell dodge again! I'm on fire!